Now, if you've been online, you may have seen the article about the potentially dangerous but rare side effect of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine against COVID-19. But the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, says there is nothing to worry about, as Anita Nkonge explains.
In less than a few weeks, Kenya is expected to receive 13 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine. But on the cusp of this anticipated event that could see millions more vaccinated against the deadly coronavirus, a worrying announcement has been made by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. According to the FDA, the J&J vaccines poses a rare neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome that could damage the body's immune system and nerve cells. The new warning label for caregivers and recipients says in most people, symptoms begin within 42 days of receiving the vaccine and, quote, that the chance of having this occurring very low.
Coronavirus poses much more problems. It can kill you and can make you very sick, and we will do that quite frequently. If you look at Johnson & Johnson vaccine, it will give you Guillain-Barré syndrome very, very rarely. So if you, on balance, you had an option, in fact, it's a no-brainer. We now know that these vaccines have significant effect, not only on the variants that they were made for, but even on the variants that had not been thought about at that time. So it's so important for people to get vaccinated that this discussion actually is just a scientific discussion.
By the time the findings were identified, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine had been given to more than 13 million people in the U.S. 100 preliminary reports of GBS had been recorded, with 95 of these requiring hospitalization and one reported death. This is not the first time that a COVID-19 vaccine has been in the spotlight for the wrong reason.
We had a similar discussion around the AstraZeneca vaccine where clotting was considered to be a risk that one faced when vaccinated. And at the end of the day, when we vaccinated people in Kenya, you came to the conclusion that clotting was not a major problem.
Anita Nkonge, NTV.